Hi, it's Kamon Reynolds, and it is stinking hot. The dog days of August are here, and so when I mean hot, I mean 90-degree Fahrenheit days, and we just got 6 inches of rain last week and more, so we are humid, humid, humid. So we need to feed some bees here in Tennessee. Other places maybe not so much, but it's an important time of the year no matter where you are in North America, because I consider, and many beekeepers consider, August to be the beginning of the season. August and September, two very crucial months. It might not be the easiest beekeeping of the year, but it's arguably the most crucial, because if you can go through August with good healthy bees, go into September, typically fall flow for you is in August or September. If you can push through that with very healthy bees, then you have a much, much better chance of success through winter and springtime. So part of that is making sure that our bees don't feel any nutritional stress. A big colony that has more than 8 frames of bees, preferably even bigger than that, never needs to have less than 3 deep frames worth of food. And I really want to have 5 to 6, and going into winter, a full deep box if it's a powerful double deep. So we're using a HillCo pump right here. I don't have this mounted onto the back, but it is a pretty nice pump. We've used it quite a bit, and we just pump it straight out of the container. It is pretty hot today, so it does make it a little bit easier, but we have been pumping honey out of barrels with it. It's a very easy to clean pump, and we'll pump honey that's 68 degrees Fahrenheit, 70 degrees, and the motor doesn't even get hot, so that's pretty significant. Yeah, that guy's hot too. We're all hot, especially Laurel. So that means we're making this syrup up. I'm gonna crank this thing. Listen how quiet this is. All right, so I got it on forward, and let's turn it up to 50%. Let's see if I can get this thing going. Yep, it's pumping. All right, so you can see it way up here. And there you have it. So that's at 50%. It does a really good job, and it's super quiet. One of the things I really like is the clean out down here. You can open this up, stainless steel housing with a rubber impeller on the inside. You have the milk or the dairy fittings. Makes it very easy to clean this, pull these pipes off, clean it out. When it's syrup, it's not too big of a deal, but when we're pumping honey, it is a really big deal. That this is very easy to clean out. Plus, if there's a good cup of honey or so in that chamber, probably never that much, but a quarter cup, half cup, that's a decent bit of honey you'd like to be able to clean out, and plus you just want to keep it clean. I have some of the old bronze gear pumps, like the old Kelly pumps, and they work really hard. One of the impressive things about those Kelly pumps is, gosh, they're older than I am and they still work just as good. But you get some bronze residue in your honey after a while, and they're very, very difficult to clean out. So that's kind of disappointing. I would really like to see more stainless steel in the pump market, and that's what HillCo has right here. You have a nice button right here that shuts it off whenever you need to, emergency shut off, and you have different speeds. One of the nicest things of all is being able to reverse. So when you're finished, maybe you still have a line in the line and you don't need to empty the whole tank, just hit the reverse button, and that takes care of 99% of it. That's just super handy right there. And again, an advantage over the bronze pumps that I'm used to, having that reverse option, fast clean out, and being stainless steel is just really nice. So we just pump this into this tank. I run this commercial bee supply feeding rig over here, and we just circulate the water back into it, and that agitation of circulating that, pulling it out of the bottom, running it through the top over and over again while this syrup is going into it, makes it very easy to stir, because it does all the work, and I really like that. We used to stir it all by hand, and it's a really nice rig with a 100-foot hose. And last but not least, let's talk a little bit about supplements. There's a lot of different things out on the market, and opinions abound. My opinion is not the only one out there, and probably not the only right one, but I do believe this is a good option. And this is the Apis Biologics Biocontrol. They have two products, Bioactivator and Biocontrol. I like to call them rocket fuel because it's a lot easier to remember, and it just sounds cool. You know, basically, you know, I'm a Tennessee boy. If it blows up, if it fires or shoots fire, it's great. Or if it has, if it makes honey. So that's the only other thing. So that being said, this product is designed to mimic nectar. It has a ton of stuff in there that I've never seen other products have, and it just, there's no snake oil type stuff trying to get bees to ingest things that they normally don't ingest. This is just studying nectar. Okay, this is what the bees are typically getting from nectar. We're going to try to mimic that as close as possible, and that's why I like this product. It makes sense to me. And so I use it especially during the fall flow, which is the toughest time of our year, August and September. If we get a drought, the fall plants just don't produce well, and even when they produce well, it's a very short, abbreviated season. So when it produces well, our big colonies take advantage of it, but our little ones, especially our nukes, don't. And products like this target the hypopharyngeal gland and really help our bees be able to create jellies for our young brood, which is so critical as they try to fatten up to create those winter bees. So I'm all in about investing into the winter population. In midsummer and especially in spring, I don't spend near as much on supplements. But when it comes to my prepping for my fall and winter cluster, this is a product that I really like right here. So I'm going to leave links for all this down below. You know, this pump right here I think is a good option for anyone who is a small professional down, because it just does the job really well. It's easy to clean out, and it's quite affordable. The nice thing I like about the HillCo products is even though this isn't made in the USA, the company is run by John Hill, who I trust and stands behind his products. I've also met a ton of his employees and his family. It's a good family-owned and operated business. And my personal opinion is, you know, the world that we live in, hey, there's foreign products coming into our market from all different directions, and that's just part of it. That's a whole nother discussion. But if you're going to try to save some money and get something foreign, make sure it's from a company that actually has your back, because that's, I see there's a lot of stuff on Amazon, and Vivor is one that really gets under my skin. Please take no offense if you have one, but they have lied about my videos. They've lied about other people's products. I've seen where they've taken several extractors, whether it was a HillCo or a Thorn or a Dadant, and they'll take clips of their videos and they'll advertise their extractors that's like their extractor, and it's not. It's these other companies. And so I just don't like the dishonesty. I also don't like all of the hundreds of reviews that I get from people who order from different companies that are not here in the United States, and you can't get the customer service or even get a hold of them, or they just stop making them. There's no more parts to get. That's why I really believe in supporting an American company that has your back, and that's why I got one of these right here, and I'm probably going to get another one, because I think having one out here for the syrup and having one in there for the honey would just be a great idea, so I don't have to worry about it. And I like it so much, I'll be selling my Kelly bronze pump, even though it's been a great product for me. It's you know, the times have changed. It's a good pump, but I do get bronze flakes in there if I don't clean it out between uses, and that's just an absolute pain in the rear end. You pump one barrel, come back a couple weeks later, pump another barrel, and you get some bronze flakes in there. Yeah, you can filter it out, but I just don't like the difficulty of cleaning it out, or the fact that it's getting some corrosion there. It's good for syrup. I would just, again, prefer it to be clean. This is honey that we're talking about here. Our customers trust us to have a pure product that's safe and healthy for them and their families, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So, without further ado, we're going to start agitating this tank. I'm not going to agitate Laurel any further by leaving her out here in the hot, hot sun. So, actually, we're going to. Laurel, get that bee suit on. Let's get busy. We'll see you maybe in the next video.